he said, these 3 words will change your life. What's the chance? And then he was giving these examples, and I was like, I'm just going to start trying this. And I guess it's been 17 years now since that I heard that. And I've used those 3 words, what's the chance, I don't know, thousands of times over the last 17 years because it works. And you can use it with yourself. You can use it with others. I did it as a game and as an experiment early on, just at like, if I was going to a coffee shop, I would just say, what's the chance you can give me this for free? I was just like, what are they going to say? Maybe they say no. Maybe they laugh and say, no way. But what's the chance they'll give me this coffee for free, this $5 coffee for free? And sometimes people would. Or I would just say, okay, what's the chance you give this to me for free? And they wouldn't. And then say, what's the chance you can give me 20% off? Come on, really? You can't give me 20% off the store discount? I know you have that employee discount. Can you give it to me? What's the chance? Can you just break the rules a little bit today? And almost every time people are like, yeah, I'll give you 10% off. Like, people have the power to do so much more for you than you think. If you're willing to risk looking a little silly or embarrassing yourself or people saying no. And I think it's just the willingness to be audacious enough to ask for things that most people are afraid to ask for. And I don't look at it as like a bad thing. I look at it as, and listen, I can afford paying for my own coffee. That's not what it's about. It's about developing the skill of feeling uncomfortable asking for something that most people never ask for. Because when you can do that with a $5 thing, and then you're asking someone for $50,000 and you're building up to that, you're asking for a 20% raise or whatever it is, it's like, you're developing an inner value. You're expanding that value inside of you and externally through results. And you're showing your value to the world.